What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Killer Keemstar, and I'm here with...
Only use me, blood.
And today we have 0 sponsors. You know what? We do have a sponsor. Today I would like to talk about our awesome fans.
Bam.
That have been sponsoring and supporting us forever.
Big shout out to you guys.
We have 2 different worlds that we're entertaining right now. We have the YouTube world, and we have, like, the iTunes podcast world. And
that iTunes audience, like, we just putting our thing on iTunes, when you look at, like, the newcomers, we're up there with some, like, legends.
Yeah, there's, like, you know how, like, if you go into, I guess the best way to say it, if you have an Apple, like, mobile device, when you go in to, like, the apps, it says new and noteworthy, which is like a cool section to be in if you have a good app that's cool. Well, they have the same thing in the podcast section, and we're like up there as new or noteworthy. So I think what we're doing is we're actually picking up a bunch of fans from, like, you know, YouTube or internet land, or what land was it? Podcast land. What do you call it? iTunes land, excuse me. Jesus.
I don't know.
Mind is gone. So for you people over in iTunes, don't want to beat a dead horse here, but check out our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/BadKidCast.
And I'm not trying to, like, super plug us, but, like, we run the Bad Kid. If you're in the iTunes world, right? We run the BadKidCast, and we also have our own channels that we've been doing for years. So
yeah. So we're
check us out. Bam. And welcome to the show.
we known what?
I've been known that.
God. So what's going on with you? Talk about your channel, because you know I have to talk about what's happening with me right now.
All right.
All right.
Everything's cool over my channel.
Yeah. Any new video? Anything that kind of is noteworthy to speak on?
Sure. Actually, this is actually kind of cool. So when I'm in a game, right, I get recognized. It just happens. I'm not, like, being cocky about it. Just that in every lobby, my gamer tag is the same as my YouTube, so I get recognized.
For newcomers, we're talking about Call of Duty.
Yep. I'm a Call of Duty player on YouTube. My name's Only Use Me Blade. I only knife when I play Call of Duty. So this kid, he recognizes me in a lobby. Starts freaking out. I'm used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I was doing a recording thing, so I didn't have my mic plugged in. And the kid's like, if you can hear me, jump up a couple times. So I'm like, all right, I'll do that. That's not a problem. So as soon as the round of search starts, I start jumping up. And he's like, oh my God, he acknowledged me. It's so awesome. And he was just like, he was a young kid. And it was, I know this sounds like the wrong word, but the only word I can really think of is that it was adorable.
How is that the wrong word?
I don't know. Like, adorable. I don't know.
Here's
cute,
the thing.
adorable.
I went through this different phase in my life, right? I was 26, right? Mm-hmm. And I was just a guy, right?
Yeah.
And I could go online and pretty much troll a little kid, you know what I mean? Laugh or whatever. Kind of let him off the hook, but, you know, troll him a little bit, but let him off the hook at the end. And then I became a parent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it just screws everything, you know? Like, you have this instinct inside of you, and you can't really do that. You can't, like, fuck with kids. And, like, the whole adorable thing that you're talking about, I can easily recognize with that. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he was a young kid. Oh, and listen to this, though. He goes, near the end, he's just like, I watch all your videos, and I would subscribe, but I'm not old enough. But I always go and check and watch your videos. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. So, like, I actually debated on uploading it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, let's give it a shot, you know what I mean? And people loved it, and I thought it was fucking cute. I don't know why, but, like, sometimes when I'm playing and a fan is, like, super duper excited to see me, it kind of, like, it makes my day. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. It gives you, well, a lot of the times, you know, I've played this bad guy and I deal with so much hate, right?
Yeah.
So if I check my messages on Xbox, it's like, fuck you, I hate you, Keemstar, you want to go kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like, that type of stuff, right? And it doesn't affect you because you're so used to it. But at the same time, then all of a sudden, like, I just uploaded this new video that kind of went viral.
Yep.
And I'm checking my messages, and it's girls like, you don't understand. I used to be bullied. Like, your video is such an inspiration. Thank you so much. And, like, this shit, I just sit there like, oh my God, like I never want to be like mean to anyone ever again.
But here's the thing. I think
Like-
that you can like play a prank on somebody or whatever, or like kind of troll them a little bit, get a reaction or whatever, but like...
And then let them off the hook.
And let them off the hook. And that's it. Everything happened within that little 10 minutes of the game that you're playing. Okay?
Yeah.
But the thing... Here's what happened. I'll explain and you can take it away from there. But like, this dude uploads this video, and actually you go... I think we've talked about this in the last podcast.
Did we? Oh, yeah, we did. But, see, we talked about me uploading it, but we thought it was going to go viral, and I think it did.
Yeah.
Well, I mean... Basically, it's at 400,000 views, and I have a 30,000 subscriber channel. Well, now I have a 39,000 subscriber channel. But
huge. I mean, everyone's talking about it because it's cool. Like, the idea that this kid is getting bullied on the internet. You know what I mean? Which, think about it. Like, a lot of people that get bullied in real life, they go to the internet.
If you don't know the story, I'm going to just fill you in real quick. Basically, there was a 10-year-old child. He was tricked into thinking that he was getting into a clan. The people that trolled him, supposedly, if you want to call it trolling, they weren't part of the clan. They just lied and said they were. So the kid really wanted to be in the clan, thought he was in because he beat him at quick scoping or something like that. They told the kid, go out, spend $10, change your gamer tag to FaZe something, and then you're in FaZe clan. Well, then they told him that they were just fucking with him, and the kid starts crying. He's 10
because
years
he
old.
had to go out and get money to pay for the Microsoft thing in order to change
his name.
change
Yeah,
his name
like
with
he
that.
literally had to go out and work for it. And when I say like he was 10 years old, like he was 10 years old. It's not like me just saying he was young.
Yeah.
So the kid's crying. He's upset. Apparently, according to him, his parents are in jail. He's got no parent figure, and he's got no friends, and he wants to kill himself. I'm watching this video. I'm like, this is horrible. This is bullying.
Yeah.
So I ended up contacting the kid, and I got him into a lobby with the real FaZe members because I know him.
Yeah.
And I just kind of uploaded the video of like I want to put the message out there that all you young kids out there that are bullying people and thinking you're trolling, you're not. You're bullying. There's a difference.
Yeah.
And that was my message. I had no idea that I was going to do this. Like, do you know? Fucking yesterday at 4 p.m. someone said I was on Reddit.com, and I'm like, they're talking about the / like Black Ops 2 section.
Yeah.
I went to Reddit.com. It was on the front fucking page.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
what the hell?
Did I tell you about my random video that I didn't think... I actually want to do a commentary about this, okay? There are videos that you put out, and you don't even... it's just like you put out a video. It's like, it's good, but you don't think anything's going to come of it, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere... All right, this is the video. I was on a road trip with my roommate, right? We were going to New York. We stopped at a little... at a gas station on the freeway. On both sides of the freeway are McDonald's.
Yeah.
Literally, you pan the camera a little bit, and there's another McDonald's. There's two McDonald's across the street from each other, and that's it.
Right.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, Scott, take a fucking film me real quick. 11-second video going, man, the McDonald's is really far away, and then he pans to the other McDonald's. I'm like, oh, perfect. That's awesome. And I called it, why I'm fat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, F geography, why. I forgot what I called it. I think it's why I'm fat. And uploaded it, didn't think about it. Like,
Didn't think anything about it.
Did like a month later, right?
Yeah.
A month later, all of a sudden, people start messaging me. They're like, dude, you're on Reddit, or dude, you're on break.com.
Yeah.
Like, you're on all these sites. And I thought the break.com thing is shitty because they just re-uploaded my thing.
Yeah.
But whatever. But then it got shared on SourceFed, which is Philip DeFranco's website or whatever. And it's just like, that was a throwaway video. That's a video. I didn't even put that on my main channel. I put it on my second channel. I care about my second channel, but I don't. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What do you think is like a bigger news station? Philip DeFranco, SourceFed, or like TMZ? And it's not a trick question, but
I would say TMZ.
Yeah, TMZ. Me too. Right. Well, I kind of felt like Philip DeFranco was kind of being like a hater today.
Why?
He tweeted out, he's like, way to stay classy, TMZ, like at TMZ. Mm-hmm. And what it was like, you know how James Gandalf died, or I can't never say his name. The guy from Sopranos, Tony Soprano died, right?
Yeah.
And he like tweeted out, way to stay classy, with a picture of like their news thing. And it said, Tony Soprano died. and well, his actual real name, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Tony Soprano died.
James
No
Gandolfini.
drugs and no alcohol found yet.
What? That's shitty.
That is shitty.
That's super
But at the
shitty.
same time, I'm thinking like, Philip DeFranco, you own a news station. That's kind of like you're going in jelly bean territory.
No. Here's the beautiful
He
part.
does stuff like that.
But here's the thing: he's able to voice his opinion on something because that is shitty. If you disagree with it, don't watch him. You know what I mean? Like, so he has the ability to not have any political ties to anything. Where if he sees something that's he can call bullshit on it. That's what's awesome about it because that is bullshit.
Yeah, but at the same time, when he does a news story, he's opinionated too. So why is it wrong for TMZ to say no drugs, no alcohol found?
Found, yeah, that's like implying that they are going to find some.
Yeah, but that's something that Philip DeFranco would say. I've been watching Phil forever.
Yeah.
That is the typical thing.
He's not going to talk about someone dying and be like, "It was probably from drugs." Let's be honest, guys. Like, he's not going to say that.
I don't know. I don't know.
My favorite line from Philip DeFranco ever was when he was reading about this story that happened in Texas where this dad molested his daughter. And after the whole proceeding, they made it so that he didn't have to do jail time. He could still live in the house, but they had to, like, her door had to be locked at night or whatever. But during the day, it's like, okay. And he was just like, that's ridiculous. Like, you know, you basically, the judge is saying, you know what, you're a little rapey, but you're not fully rapey.
That's what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said. I was dying. I think he's hilarious.
I like Philip DeFranco. One of the most cockiest things I've ever seen him say, which was just like made me cringe, is Philip DeFranco was talking about, like, YouTube has this new thing coming out where you can, I think it's here, right?
Yeah.
Where you can, like, charge and make people, like, subscribe to your channel.
Yeah, you can make it like a premium content. Yeah.
He was talking about that, and he's like, now look, when it comes to, like, paying to watch my videos, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let, you know, someone else out there be like, hey, we were the first ones. I'm going to figure out what they did wrong, and then I'm going to capitalize it and do it the right way. That's what he said in his video. I'm like, wow, that's a fucking cocky-ass fucking thing to say.
No,
Like,
hear me out. Okay, so, like, the whole paid content thing, a lot of people had, like, really strong opinions about this, right?
Right.
Now, I look at it like this. When you have cable, like, imagine YouTube is cable, okay? You have all these different channels. Now, if there's a channel that is bringing, like, high production value content,
Right.
like almost pretty much TV quality content or whatever, right?
okay.
And they feel that they are like an HBO or a Showtime or a Cinemax of YouTube, and they want to charge for it, and there's people that are going to pay for it, they may charge for it. If you don't want to pay for it, don't pay for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not. I don't really think, like, a lot of people are like, that's horrible. That's
Well, here's the difference. Here's the difference, right? When satellite radio's coming out, everyone's like, no one's going to fucking buy that shit, all right?
Yeah.
The reason why people did buy it is because it became better than normal radio. Now, you have a YouTube channel that wants to charge. How exactly are they going to say this is better? What, remove ads? That's going to make it better?
yeah,
That's not going to make it better.
Yeah.
Like, literally, satellite radio, you can find any style of music that you like to listen 24/7, all talk shows, all podcasts. Like, satellite radio is amazing compared to the fucking getting in your car, starting it up, and listening to your local radio station on your car. Amazing. You can't do that on YouTube. I don't know how you can say this is free, now we're going to charge.
for premium content, I don't see why that's an issue.
Who's got the premium content?
There's probably channels out there that make, like, have you ever watched a channel? This is what I don't understand. Sometimes I'll come across a channel, right, and it'll be set up like a fucking news organization. You know what I mean? It'll look like they'll have like a news desk and they'll have feeds, and it looks like a low budget but still a version of like the news.
Yeah.
And then I look at it and they have like 1,000 views a video, and I'm like, how? How does that work? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. But if people, I'm not going to ever charge for it.
Well,
like,
here's the problem with that is, like, everyone has to have a start too.
yeah.
You know, SourceFed was really lucky. You know, everyone thinks, like, Philip DeFranco went and fucking created this thing and amazing, right?
Yeah.
SourceFed becomes huge. SourceFed got money from YouTube to launch that show.
Okay.
They, like, YouTube was like, here's fucking, I don't even know, I don't want to speculate, but here's $100,000, go create the show. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but if YouTube was liking what Philip DeFranco's doing, and Philip DeFranco goes to, I don't know how this worked out, but, like, let's say Philip DeFranco goes to YouTube.
it's good for them to have.
It's good for them to have.
It's good for YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
They saw it as an investment.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
At the same time, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in hater mode. Maybe I hate Philip DeFranco secretly and don't.
I don't hate him at all.
But I'm just like,
you know what's funny though is like a lot of times like people call like money horror moves or whatever.
Yeah.
In our COD community or our gaming community, they're like money or whatever. Philip DeFranco will do the same thing. Like every episode is like sponsored by somebody. And he'll blame.
You know that he was like Philip DeFranco was an early YouTuber. You know that he like got caught botting and shit.
For real?
Yeah, like early in the day.
Oh well. I know Philip DeFranco is okay. First off, I have this weird thing where if the rules are set up right, and they're set up in such a way that you do some crazy thing in order to break them, but you went through all that trouble, I almost think. I know it sounds bad, but I almost think like, all right, good on you.
Well, like, it was kind of like the White Boy situation. White Boy did the giveaways or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And then it was like, oh, bad you, but that's what launched his shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the same thing with Philip DeFranco. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. This is what I've been told. And I'm sure if you go on YouTube and search up Philip DeFranco botting, I'm sure you'll probably find something. But what I was told from some of the old timers, like back in 2009 when I was getting into YouTube, is that this dude was caught, like, botting, like, back in the day with a bunch of people. Like a bunch of that's how the first fucking people that really took off on YouTube were like, all right, we need to get ahead by fucking getting subs.
Now the reason what I was saying about like, okay, you have certain rules. It used to be that YouTube would pick a random frame out, like they wouldn't be custom thumbnails, right?
Right.
YouTube would pick a random frame. He would figure out where he needed to put. He would make a thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
He would figure out when, like through the algorithms or whatever, like he would figure out when you would upload a video, at what point it would pick it, and he would insert it in there so that he would actually get a thumbnail on that exact frame.
And that's why they created thumbnails.
Yeah,
because people were doing that. Yeah,
that's crazy though if you think about it.
Dude,
I'm surprised. You know what? I'm surprised no one has ever done subliminal messaging.
They do. They have. Dude, one of Ray William Johnson's videos was like, there's a hidden message in here. And like, I watched the video. I can't remember. Someone here probably remembers this that's listening. There was this one video that he had, and I'm going through and I'm watching, I'm looking. I can't find the thing. I watched it 3 times. I finally, on the 3rd time, I seen something flash, went back to it, paused it. It was a freaking Jesus. Oh, it was so bad. It was a Jesus friggin' sitting there with kids, right? Mm-hmm. And it was like the thing that goes over a light switch.
Thing that goes over a
light switch?
Okay, you
know the thing that goes over the light switch? Like the little plastic thing.
Little panel? Yeah.
Right. It was Jesus, and then like the flick to turn the light on and off was like right at his crotch area. And he was with children. Like, it was bad. But it was funny. It was funny.
That's hilarious.
It was like some church or something like made these things with like Jesus to put over your little light switch thing, but they didn't realize that the hole was like
it looked like his dick. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Somebody's got to find that video and like put it in the chat.
That should be our thumbnail. Can we make that our thumbnail if we find it?
Will we get flagged? I don't know.
No, not really. It's not. See, I've always thought about that. Like, okay, it's cartoon.
Yeah, if you draw a penis, is that technically porn? You know.
But here's the thing: if you draw like, when I'm thinking about drawing a penis, I don't think like a very artistic penis. I'm thinking about like a penis with like dual wielding pistols.
Well, I actually did. We actually talked about this before. Yeah. In Black Ops 2, you can create your own like
thumbnail. Yeah,
you can create your own little emblem or whatever. And there were people that made videos. Yeah. Like showing like all these crazy emblems, and some of them were like dicks and vaginas and shit, and they got flagged. So.
All right, so here's something that I've been kind of realizing lately, okay? And this has come from the new Xbox One and the PS4 coming out, right? Yeah. Here's the thing: we're talking about graphics, we're talking about what they do and what it doesn't do, and the processor, stuff like that. And I'm looking like this: if that is super duper ridiculously important to you, right?
Right.
PC. Like, all the PC people, like, I know a lot of PC people, right? And all the PC people, when they see us bickering about Xbox One and PS4 and all that kind of stuff, they're like, our system will shit on that.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like they don't.
Like I showed you DayZ.
DayZ is insanely good. Like,
and that's an old game. That game is like fucking like 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah. I look at it like this. Like with the PC people, you can. It's almost like the guys that are like have a car that they soup up.
Remember when I linked a video talking about I wish Bad Trip looked like this or something? And it was a video of like an autumn area, like a valley, and it was like amazing graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's PC.
The thing is like, what are we doing on console then?
It's okay, listen, if you're a console gamer, you enjoy holding a controller.
Yeah, you can get a controller for PC. There's an adapter to make your Xbox controller work on your PC.
I understand that, but the problem is it's actually going through all the steps to make all that shit work, because every game's different. You know what I mean? If you are a hardcore PC game, I'm actually a hardcore. When it comes to PC, I like to play DayZ. I really, really love to play that game. So if I could figure out a controller setup for that and sit back and play, oh my god, I'd love life. That's
probably do that.
That's
easy.
something. Yeah, that's something I'd probably end up doing. You know what I mean? But now when I put in another game, can I still use the controller? You know, you got to like map all the buttons and stuff.
I mean. That's what I was getting at though. Like the PC guys that like soup up their PC and do all this kind of stuff. To me, they're like the auto shop guys. Like the guys that in high school that would like take like a shitty Honda and like soup it up. Or, you know what I mean? And like the thing is that you kind of have to need to know about it. You kind of need to be like into it in order to do it. I guess you could just buy you can go to like Best Buy and probably buy a gaming PC, but it's probably expensive, right?
Yeah, it probably is.
So, I don't know. There's that, and then also, you know what people were fucking... I couldn't believe, like, this was, like, talked about. Like, you know when you see news stories that are talking about it? You know what the big thing that happened today was?
What?
Instagram can now do video.
So?
They're
just... Well, basically, Vine has kicked Instagram's teeth in.
No, but now everyone's, like, saying, fuck Vine.
They are.
That's like the whole trend. But that's one thing. Like that's the people in our community that I follow that are like either PS4 or Xbox One. They love these console wars.
Vine is awesome though. Fuck like.
But Instagram now does the same thing.
Does it work right now?
You probably have to download it. We will be right back, and I'll show it to them. On Instagram.
All right, we are back, and we actually posted an Instagram video. I had no idea that was even around.
Yeah, it just happened today. And so people, it's 15 seconds instead of 6. And why else would the idea people are talking about is that, you know, why would anybody do anything on Vine if they could just do it on Instagram?
For 15 seconds, yeah.
For 15 seconds instead of... That's awesome. I think 15 seconds is way better than 6.
Well, here's the thing with Vine, though. You got to understand, as a user, right, that 6 seconds means that you can watch more things. So if you're like a person that goes on Vine and like looks for cool stuff, you can get through a ton of stuff fast.
Only thing I've never been able to know how to navigate through Vine. That's my issue. I don't know how to navigate through Vine. I
don't know either. I just follow the people. Yeah. Right.
So it's with Instagram. You're already following for pictures, scrolling through, and you can see if they have a video. If you want to watch a video, fine. You know.
There's a lot of times that like small commentators get in the game and they hate the bigger people, and they hate the bigger people because they were there first and they've already built this empire or whatever. It's kind of like the same thing with Vine and Instagram. You know, Instagram started as a small company, but it was bought by Facebook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the money in the world they could throw at this fucking thing if they wanted to invest money into Instagram. So something comes to threaten them, they could have easily bought Vine and bought the user base, right? But they already have that service. They're not going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Vine went from like being worth a shit ton of money, they should have sold really, to being like practically worthless right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean? That's the crazy part. And one thing I don't understand is when you go to the Instagram thing, the setup is just like Vine. It looks like they just stole it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good. It's smart they did that because everyone's used to Vine. But like, if I was Vine, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" You know, like there's gonna be something about
when we
that.
came out with Fortress Craft, I'm sure Minecraft people were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
But the thing is that is what makes everything better is competition.
that's true.
You know, so
That is true.
oh, I can't wait.
What can you wait for?
We're having a party here for my daughter.
Oh,
A big party. That's going to be excited. I have a party this weekend, a family party, but it's like one of the crazy like aunts and uncles that like are alcoholics. So it's kind of a fun party.
So are you having it here?
No, that party for the aunt and uncle's not here.
Oh, okay.
But it's this weekend. It's going to be awesome because, all right, so my family members are like rural, out in the middle of nowhere type of people, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to their family like events, you know what I mean? Like there's all the beer you can drink. There's like fucking ladder ball, horseshoes, fucking corn
Dude,
on the
want to
cob.
go. Okay, I want to go for the mere fact of ladder ball. Okay.
Well, fucking come.
Okay. The reason why I want to go for the mere fact. Okay, I like ladder ball. It is fucking fun. Now, if I would be able to play ladder ball against other, not saying playing against you isn't cool. I like doing that still, but like I think I'm pretty decent. I'm probably gonna get schooled by some people that are hella good.
Right.
And what do you think about introducing the people? Here's what I'm thinking. Like, we play ladder ball a little bit differently with different of how we score it. You know, do you think that they're gonna adopt that, or they're like, fuck off?
No, they're gonna be like, you play the right way.
Okay.
They're gonna play the scoring the right way. You can't go into someone else's home turf and be like, wait a minute, I play this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wherever the home turf is where the rules are at.
But those games are going to be long then, huh?
Like when we play ladder ball at Mia's party, like it's going to be basically our rules.
The rules that we kind of came up with.
Yeah.
So what was the original? I get what you're saying, but like, I don't know. I'm excited though because I like doing that. I wish people knew how to play Pinochle.
Nobody wants to learn how to play that though.
Yeah, but I learned how to play ladder ball. Everyone has to learn how to play a game.
Ladder ball's different though. You know, your card games are hard to learn because most people don't want to learn card games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like ladder ball, like you visually see somebody throwing it, the fucking thing at the ladder trying to get it on. Like, you know what I mean? It's a no-brainer, really. It's just the scoring you need to learn. That card game you're talking about, Pinochle, is so ridiculously like. You know what I was thinking the other day? I was like, why don't I fucking make one of these nerd, like, and I shouldn't say that because I'll probably end up doing it, and then fucking they'll pull up this podcast and be like, this game's horrible. Don't play Keemstar the Gathering because fucking look what he said. He called us all nerds. But the thing is, I was like, why don't I fucking come up with one of these fucking games? All you have to do is put artwork on a card and like rank that fucking player of how much kill things it has. Write up this whole. I love inventing games. I love making games. The reason why we have this crazy scoring on ladder ball is because we invented our own game basically. So why wouldn't I just fucking make a card game like that and fucking try to sell it and get it popular, get people trying to play it? It seems like the simplest thing in the world.
Well, I mean, most card games that are really popular are like hundreds of years old.
No, I went to Barnes and Noble. I'm not talking about that type of card game. I'm talking about Magic the Gathering. I went to Barnes and Noble the other day, and there was like 50 different types of like. It wasn't Magic the Gathering. It was like other companies with their own different game, which is cards, and it comes with a little play set. You know what I mean? Like advanced nerd type shit. This is not a game that you're just going to pick up and learn right away. Yeah. And that's why I thought of it, is because Pinnacles, you have to take some time. These games that were there was like, dude, you have to be dedicated if you want to play this game. But that type of game is easy to make at the end of the day.
I mean, it's easy to make, but you have to make something that's appealable to people.
Yeah, make dungeons and dragons and fucking wizards and all kinds of shit.
You're always missing a step, though. Like, you assume because things are easy, like, they fall into place, that it will just, like, I'll just fall into place. Like, I remember when you were talking about trying to make a movie, you're like, oh, we'll just figure it out. I'm like, no, it needs to be more backing to it.
Why? I did the DayZ fucking series. I just made that up as I go. Do you think we go in there knowing what we're going to do or say? I fucking, right before someone has to say their line or whatever, I'm like, all right, just do this. I make it up. It just happens. You know what I mean?
But I don't think
I'm an improv.
I don't think you can improv a movie though.
You just saw that video where me and So Close to Toast were rapping and stuff. That was all improv. That was genius. Genius. The dude comes at me with wow. I'm like, turn that wow upside down.
Yeah.
You know?
I've heard that line.
That's what I'm. No, you haven't heard that line.
Yes, I have.
No one's ever told you that line before in the history. I just made that shit up on the fly.
Well, you know what though? There's a lot of times when you'll make stuff up that's already been thought of before. That happens all the time.
That's stupid.
How is that stupid?
Because I think if you make something up, like you should instantly get a patent from God, and people should know that it's like you.
But that's what I'm saying. People will probably come up with that. Oh, your mom turned upside down. Wow, your mom turned upside down. That's been said. That's had to have been said before.
I'm sure it has by someone.
There you go. So don't they get the patent from God? Aren't you encroaching their patent?
Whatever. I've lost my train of thought. So, have you seen all these riots going on in the news?
No.
You don't know what's going on?
No, what's going on?
There are all these riots in Brazil. There's riots in Turkey. Like, ever since Obama has taken office, this dude has been able to, using the internet, to create, like, unrest in all these countries to overthrow them. And the U.S. government is doing it. We're doing it. It's so fucking brilliant. You know, one dude fucking goes, all right, we're going to go to war in Afghanistan and fucking Iraq and take them over, and we're going to hit them with all kinds of manpower. Obama was like, no, we're going to control the world, but we're going to control the world by telling all the populace that their government isn't fair, and you know what I mean? Like,
all right. Wings put out an interesting tweet.
What? I
this
thought
morning.
it was going to relate to what I was saying.
It is going to relate to what you're saying.
Okay.
All right. So apparently Obama is going to go down to some country, like fucking, I don't remember what country it was, but it was like some crazy country in order to sign something, right?
Okay.
They released that the trip for him to go.
He's going to Africa.
Yeah.
And the trip there is going to cost about $60 million. Yeah.
Okay. Why?
They're taking, I think it was quoted 12, I could be wrong, maybe it's 14. They're taking like 12 or 14 vehicles.
Why?
I don't know. They're spending so much money. Like, basically, this is what happens when the president goes to like a place like Africa, right? They set up like all the air support, right? So no planes can fly anywhere near this dude, right? They got all the money in that, right?
Yeah.
They probably have like a fucking boat offshore that can shoot down any plane that comes in that area during the time that he's there. Mm-hmm. Then what they do for ground attack is, first of all, the Beast. Everyone knows what the Beast is, right? Do you know what the Beast is?
No.
The Beast is the limousine that Obama rides in.
Oh, yeah, like the super bulletproof. Like,
yeah, but like its name is literally the Beast.
Yeah.
So
some fucking like the super caddy of all caddies.
Yeah. So he rides in the Beast, and the Beast is like unpenetrable. Like it's fucking you can't fuck with that thing. You hit it with RPG, and they're still driving, laughing at you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
what? Really?
So he's he's like, what? Did someone shoot a bottle rocket?
Yeah. Did we hit a bump? RPG. All right, keep going.
So anyhow, he's got that thing. But he doesn't have like one of those. There's like 4 or 5 of them that they've make, right? Mm-hmm. So when they're driving with all these 14 cars, there's like a bunch of these limos in there, and nobody knows which one holds the president.
Okay. Like I remember Saddam Hussein used to have a fleet of Mercedes,
right?
And it would be like 50 of them. You wouldn't know which one would have him in it. Mm-hmm. So it's okay. It's all so excessive. Why can't this dude just conference it in? Why does he physically? Why do people with the internet and how it is? Why do people need to physically be places?
The reason why that it's absolutely necessary is because he's a politician, and from him going to country and meeting with people, it. Here's the best example. Me and Gold Gloves, for some reason, have always not liked each other. We went to PAX West.
You mean Gold Glove?
Yeah, Gold Glove.
Okay.
Goldie or whatever the fuck you want to
Okay.
call the dude, right? Me and that dude never got along. He didn't like me. I didn't like him.
Okay.
All right. We went to PAX West. I see him there. We end up talking, hanging out, whatever, having a couple beers, end up being really cool. We leave, and we don't hate each other. You know what I mean? I think that's really primarily the main
That's
reason.
what we're spending $60 million on?
We're spending six. Well, they're spending $60 million for his safety, but
No, I understand they're spending that for the safety, but the reason why he has to go over there is so that he has personal contact with them.
yeah, he's got to meet him. You know what I mean? He's got to sit down and meet him. And I don't think
That's
there's
so true, though. When you finally do meet people, like, I thought...
your relationship changes IRL compared to
Online.
Yeah.
Like, I thought Fist was an asshole. Like, for the longest, I always thought Fisticuffs was an asshole. Like, it seemed like he would always just attack everyone. You know
And
what I
then you
mean?
met him at Billionaires
And then I
Challenge.
met him at Billionaires Challenge, and the dude's fucking cool shit. And then I started, like, watching him, and I agree with, like, 95% of the shit he says. So, it worked. So that if I never had that time when I actually kicked it with him, I probably would have a different opinion of him.
My thoughts is Fist will always come up with some off-the-wall shit that I won't agree with, but the enthusiasm in his voice and the passion that he puts behind his thoughts
Yeah.
is so fucking brilliant. It's so fucking entertaining. Like,
Yeah, it's awesome.
he'll get so worked up about something. It's fucking awesome.
But but without that, actually kicking it with him, like the people that I'm cool with, you know what? I just thought about this, man. What is one person off of YouTube that you have not hung out with that you're like, why have I not hung out with that person yet?
Probably Hutch.
Hutch, okay.
Yeah.
Mine.
I've met pretty much everybody.
Uh-huh.
Everybody that's somewhat known, I've hung out with at some point.
Okay. Mine would be probably two of them. One of them would be Chris Trout. Mm-hmm. Because I think that we've linked up where we haven't like gone out and like got some beers. Like
Right.
a lot of YouTubers like want to go out and like have some drinks with me.
Well, there's other people too. Like Drifter saw my new video and he hit me up. He's like, "Next time I see him, we'll buy you a beer." It's like I met Drifter, but I met him at PAX. Like we didn't get to like hang out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that too. Like, oh hi, see someone, but you don't really
Alright.
get to solidify that by having a real fucking moment and just chilling with that dude or partying with it.
Can I just kind of say, guys, if you like going to these events, the best way to go to the event is to get a hotel as close to the event as possible.
Yeah.
That is your best, funnest way to do it. Because I've been to events where we were away from the event, like far away from the
And
event.
nobody wants to travel. It's all about distance
Yeah.
with internet people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like normal people, they don't give a fuck. They'll drive an hour to go wherever you're at.
Yeah.
All right. Internet people are like, wow,
No,
fucking
they
30 minutes? That's far.
Yeah, they stay like all the hotels near the event. That's where everyone goes to, and it's fun. The Dallas trip was fucking a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Dallas trip was a blast. And that's because we did that way. When we went to the E3 last year and we were out in fucking Compton or Long Beach or something
Yeah.
like that, we were out in Long Beach. And Long Beach is like a good 45-hour away
The cool
from the event.
the
That
cool thing
sucked.
about MLG Dallas, when we went to MLG Dallas, is it was a different crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was people that we would never have hung out with unless it was like a fucking event like that, you know?
Yeah. MLG Dallas was that's probably one of my favorite trips.
I was thinking about E3, and I was thinking about Chiz, right?
Yeah.
First time I met Chiz, he was like fucking big dude. You know, no offense, Chiz, but I was just like, wow, who the fuck's this guy? I thought he was a fanboy. I didn't realize it was a
Yeah.
commentator. That dude lost a shit ton of weight, supposedly.
Right on.
I was fucking, like, picking on him on Twitter. I was like, what are you doing? Fucking taking Facebook pictures? You know what I mean? Because he looks skinny as hell.
Yeah.
I thought he was, like photoshopping
doing
it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
That's
thought he
fucked
was
up.
doing that shit. So I was picking on him. He's like, yeah, I've been drinking nothing but juice. I've lost like 80 pounds. I'm like, holy fuck. I felt like one of
We've
those.
talked about this. I need to get on that, dude, because
I know.
Here's the thing. I'm never really hungry, but I'm always thirsty. Okay?
You can't do it though. There's no way. Like I watched a documentary on it and I was set on it, right? And I actually just tried a shake the other day. I made myself a kale shake. You can't do it. It's like the most disgusting shit in the world. You can't do it. I don't know how people do it. Actually, fucking Kitty. If you guys don't know Kitty, that's FPS's
Manager.
FPS Russia's manager, or whatever. She tweeted out her kale shake recipe. She's like, everyone thinks my kale shakes are awesome, and it basically was kale, apples, carrots, and a couple other things. You know what I mean? She added like a couple things in there that made it more of a fruit juice.
Yeah. Like I mean, dude, mixing up like a bunch of like stuff to make like smoothies and stuff like that. That stuff's good.
Yeah.
If I can make those and just drink
Fruit
those
smoothies?
Yeah, like fruit smoothies.
Actually, I think Fisticuffs, when he went to Billionaires Challenge, he started eating, but he lost like 10 or 15 pounds by just drinking juice the week prior to a Billionaires Challenge.
That's what's up. I need to look into that. That'd be awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I remember like my mom, she like set me up with this one stuff, and it was like a cleanse.
Oh yeah,
fuck a cleanse. Like I can't do a cleanse because the cleanse
That's the
is
gayest thing in the world too. Like, I'm going to get a cleanse today.
no, but like no. What it is like when you, I think it's for like a week or 2 weeks or whatever. All you're drinking is like honey and some other shit and like lemon juice or some crap like that.
Yeah,
and it's
There's a way better way to do it, right? Me and Melissa have this stuff called poopy tea.
Poopy tea?
I haven't used it in a long time.
Name.
But it's not actually called poopy tea. That's the slang term that we've given it.
Yeah.
And what this tea is like, you cook it, you drink it. It's tea, but this tastes a little oily. You don't know anything about it, right? You drink it, whatever, nothing happens, no effect. All of a sudden, like 2-3 hours later, right? You hit the toilet and like everything comes out. It's ridiculous. It's like an explosion. You know when you were trying to make that video? You should have used that fucking poopy tea.
It makes an explosion?
Yes! It's like...
That's what I need! That's what I want!
I just thought about it.
Oh my god. Okay, so if you guys didn't know what I came up with the idea. So I'm always looking for new ideas to rejuvenate my channel. You know what I mean? Like, let's make something. And one thing that I've noticed, I've looked on YouTube, and no one's ever done this. After a night of like a lot of chicken wings or whatever, for whatever reason, drinking, not really drinking for me, but like whatever. After a night of the shit that you take, sometimes it's really loud and it's hilarious. Okay, a loud, violent dump is really fucking funny to me. To me, it's hilarious. I know it's juvenile humor. No one makes videos of them dumping. Now, I'm not talking about looking at the dump. I'm talking about from the waist up. And
it's just the sound effect.
The sound effect of you taking a really violent shit.
There's that weird utopia moment when you hit the toilet, and it's an explosion. That it's like the best feeling in the world.
Yes.
You know, like sometimes you get the pain, and it's like it's horrible. You know the pain's horrible, but you know when you get to the toilet and release that shit that it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's this weird like thing.
So I was asking, so I'm like, I'm looking on YouTube, nothing. There's nothing on YouTube like this. No one does anything like this. And I was like, that would be fucking money. If I could just, so I'm like tweeting people like, what makes you violent shit? And people didn't understand like what I was going for. And they're like, lettuce and beans. Like, and those are good. So I went to Mighty Taco, ordered a bunch of stuff, ate it, and I just took a dump and everything was fine. Like, it wasn't anything extraordinary.
You know how you just said like nobody on YouTube does this? It made me think of this YouTuber, and I can't think of his channel, but I'm sure somebody in the comments knows who I'm talking about. This YouTuber is hilarious. It's the stupidest fucking shit ever. His channel is like how to make a cake.
Oh, right? Yeah, that shit's hilarious.
He fucking grabs a bowl, puts the cake mix in there, fucking like starts throwing shit all over, like throwing water, and then like breaks the whole counter, smashes the bowl, then throws an egg.
You know my favorite one out? Like, he has a lot of them, but my favorite one is this: how to get rid of the new YouTube layout.
Oh yeah, where he smashed the computer.
He just smashes up the monitor, like breaks the fuck out of it. That shit is hilarious.
That dude is making bank, but at the same time, I wonder, like, because he's always breaking some shit. Like, that shit's got to be expensive.
Not really. Like, he's breaking like 12 dozen eggs. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but if he's smashing a monitor, that's like at least $200.
Yeah, but then he probably makes that back because he gets a decent amount of views.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think we clocked an hour?
Sure. I have no idea. I have no idea how long these things are. You've uploaded some that have been like an hour and a half that I thought that was like 20 minutes. And then
some that I think that are forever, and then
they're
like
like
40 minutes.
40 minutes. I don't know.
Well, that is the end of the show for today. I hope you enjoyed listening to the Bad Kid Cast.
People on iTunes, go check out the YouTube. People on YouTube, go check out the iTunes merge, overlap.
You know what you're doing. Keep on screwing. It's the Bad Kid Cast.
Peace.
And butt grease.